Your book, before reading it, I expected it to be a reflection on democracy and the fight for democracy. And what I didn't really expect was that at parts of it, it's actually quite emotional and it's quite touching. And a lot of that is when you reflect on the life that you had in Hong Kong and things that you've given up. So, in one part of your book, August 2017, it's the day you're to go to court. You write that you lay in bed extra long, you were petting your cats, and you were trying to remember this moment because you knew you wouldn't have it again, that everything was about to change. Since then, you've been jailed, you've had to flee to London, you've had to cut ties with your family so as not to endanger them. You've said that some friends like unfollowed you on social media after the passing of the national security law, and that some friendships are dictated not by value, but fear of persecution. Your drive and your convictions are clear, but your pursuit of justice has come at a cost. Do you ever reflect on the price that you've paid for what you believe in, to fight for what you believe in? And would you have done anything differently?
Well, first of all, I don't think I'm the one who sacrificed the most. Yes, indeed, I went to jail. I had to live in a place that I cannot call it home. But obviously, there are still more and more people going to jail in years' term. And I was fortunate that I was only there for months because sentencing was not as harsh as they are sending out now. So for me, I have nothing to complain because it really gives me more responsibility instead. That I still have the luxury of freedom that I could speak to you, I could speak to people that could make a change for Hong Kong, to policymakers. So I would see it as a drive and as my determination to move forward in order to repay all those sacrifices that many others, no names, that have done much more than I. But for me, I think I've been in different tracks. I was a student leader. I was a legislator. I was an inmate. When I was in these different tracks, I had different mentality. For example, in July 2017, I was disqualified. And in August 2017, a month later, I was in jail. So you could really try to imagine that I was kind of degraded from an honorable to an inmate in just a month. And it was like a roller coaster for me. And I learned to be more normal minded, to be more calm to deal with these changes. Especially, I think the motto of 2019 protest movement, be water, which is also the motto of Bruce Lee, the master of martial arts, that you just have to accommodate the different condition by changing your shape, no matter it is physically or mentally, in order to best perform. So it best describe what I've been through for the past few years. I don't really have regrets of what I've been through. I think everything that I went through, even though they are painful, they are meaningful at least. The suffering and all my givings enlighten people, encourage people, and that's what an activist is supposed to do. We're there not for our fame or not for a comfortable life, but for being in action in order to make more people to believe in you and believe in the possibility to change. So I think for the past few years, I've done my part, and I've no regrets. I'm continue to do it.